can't even believe I get to say this right now, but I get to call this place home. My grandpa's cottage. Now this cottage is over 100 years old. My grandpa bought it when he moved to Canada from Malta. He made a lot of changes and added a few additions to the cottage. Now it does need some loving, but I got lots of love to give. Right now, before I give you all a tour, let me show you my new truck. Here she is. Okay, so I know it's not the one I was originally talking about. It came up really last minute and I just couldn't resist. It has 100,000 less kilometers on it. No rust. It's in way better shape. Smells a lot better too. So I just couldn't say no. It was a little bit more, but I think in the long run, it's just gonna save me money. I loaded up the truck and grabbed Honey Bun, and here we are. I got a lot of work ahead of me, so let's get to it. Now I'll give you all a full tour of the cottage, but first things first, let's deal with this grass. When in doubt, this always seems to work. I don't know why, and a lot of y'all gave me crap for it, saying I sprinkled some gasoline on the carburetor, and yep, that's exactly what I did. But it never fails. It works every time. I told you it works. I don't know why, but it does. Okay?
They gave to the farmers in the fields. America's their yield, their silhouettes at evening sin tide, but knowing they transcend with every harvest they defend. The promise that they send. Here's to the heart of Texas, to the farmers strong and true. With their hands they build the future for me and you. We're grateful for the bounty, for the field so wide and free. Workers of this country, you're the backbone of the dream. Blue bonnets by the highway's edge, rows of crops and garden beds. Underneath the Texan sky, you can see the eagles fly. Tending to the soil with care, they provide us more than fair. It's the spirit that we share. You're the backbone of the tree. Here's to the heart of Texas, to the farmers strong and true. With their hands they build the future for me and you. We're grateful for the bounty, for the field so wide and free. To the workers of this country, you're the backbone of the dream.
Oh yes, now it's my favorite part. Okay, you really can't tell how steep this hill is, but it is quite the challenge to cut the grass here, especially in some slippery old cowboy boots. I think back to the last time I was cutting this grass, and it was last fall, well, the end of the summer last year, right before I got really sick. I was cutting the grass and I was like, what is going on? I was so sick. 2 days later, I was admitted in the hospital and was treated for Lyme's disease. And it's been a year of recovery since. Oh, that's better. It was too windy to have a fire, so I went for a walk and halfway through had to take my cowboy boots off. I basically have another foot growing out of the side of my foot. In other words, I have a bunion. But I've always walked around barefoot, so it don't really make a difference to me. Look at me not even spilling any of my wine. Running away from the mosquitoes. I'm so thankful to be able to honor my grandpa and keeping the cottage alive. And every time I go to sip a glass of wine, I'll think of his homemade red wine. Cheers, Gramps. I'm thinking of you and so thankful. Okay, I seen this big, beautiful moth outside. I decided I was gonna go catch it. Decided I was just gonna let it go, and then it flew back in here, and now it's in here. Look how pretty it is, though. Beautiful. Too cool. When I was younger, I used to put a sheet out with a light at night, and they would all go to the sheet, and we'd collect them, freeze them, pin them out, and frame them. Here we are. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. And just like that, the first few days are behind me. A whirlwind of weeding, fixing, planning, patching, and learning as I go. It's far from perfect, but there's already something special growing here. Not just in the garden beds, but in the quiet little moments that are slowly turning this cottage into a home. It's about creating a life that's slower, simpler, and more connected to the land, to the past, and to myself. I'm not here to make things perfect. I'm here to make them real. This special place holds so many memories.
I think that's Brent's.
And now it's my turn to care for it, to add new life to old walls, and to find comfort in the creaks and cracks that tell stories of the past. This place holds so many stories, and now it's time to write mine. There's a long road ahead, full of early mornings, endless projects, and probably many wrong turns. But it's also full of peace, purpose, and that beautiful feeling of building something with your own two hands. This is The Wilder Way with Paige. I'll be posting 3 to 5 times a week. Come with me and let the land feed your soul.